I see this thing that happens, Destiny. I see this thing that happens, Pearson. I see this thing that happens where kids grow up, they get married, and parents find themselves entering into like a counter conflict with the spouse of their kid. That's not good. How do we become aware of that? How do we fight that, prevent that?
Hang on, who'd they marry? The kid or the parent?
No,
It's not their relationship. Parents, it's not your relationship. You didn't choose that person. Your son or daughter did. And it is your job to support the relationship, not enter and enmesh yourself.
Yeah, it's a bad idea. Listen, you might not even agree with the spouse your child picked, and it's okay if you feel like there's an issue there, or you see some red flags as a parent. You can lovingly voice your concerns once. That's it, right? At that point, if they decide to go through with that, your job is to be as helpful and as kind and as charitable as you can to the other spouse, because that's still that relationship is half of your child. And if you make that difficult by fighting with the spouse of your child, you're creating a really bad situation there for your kid, because now he or she's going to have to pick between parents or the spouse, and that's just a terrible thing to do to them.
Whose family is it? And like when they were in your home and they were your child, it was yours, and it is still yours, and they're still a part of your family. But whenever they go off, they become one. It is theirs. There's a thing in most weddings. There's a saying that God has put together, let no man tear apart, especially their parents. That is devastating. Think about what happens next, because if you are at war with your kid's spouse, one of two things is going to happen. Either they're going to try to get as far away from you as possible. So let me remind you, your kids are the gatekeepers to your grandkids. It's not great, but it is true. If you're at war with them, you're going to drive them away. Or what happens if you win and you destroy your child's wedding, their marriage, their future?
What you want is for your child's relationship to succeed. That is the ultimate goal, whether they married someone that you don't like or not. And if it is a really terrible or abusive relationship, you want to be there for your kid. That's what you want.
Right. I like what Kevin said, because that was my next point, is the grandkids thing. Be real with yourself here, even if it's for self-preservation of seeing your grandkids. Like, listen, so if your child's spouse has been mistreated by you, they're not going to want to go over there for Christmas and Easter and Thanksgiving. They're going to keep the grandkids from you. I've seen this happen too. And so, like, you, again, think about your own life and how you want to finish off your time on this earth. It matters.
If you stay in this conflict and your child is close to you, you're going to cause a great level of internal conflict for them, because that means that they're probably a pleaser and they're trying to please two people at the same time. That's not good. If you see something that's wrong, look for ways to fix it. And I like what Destiny said, because that was my next point, was when you put yourself in conflict, if their marriage does have problems and you're burning a bridge that could be a resource to them, you're kind of hurting them in the run of what might actually help them to improve. If you need help with this kind of stuff, if this sounds a little too close to home, give us